Welcome back to the No Tracers podcast. My name's Kay. I'm known as No Tracers. Roll that intro.
Welcome to No Tracers, the podcast where I take you on an adventure through the hidden gems and forgotten corners of the world. From abandoned buildings and tunnels to rooftop views and street art, join me as we uncover the secrets of the urban landscape. With interviews from experienced explorers, tips and tricks for navigating the urban terrain, and thrilling first-hand accounts of their explorations. Get ready to discover the world like never before. Come explore with us. But remember, leave no trace.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the No Tracers podcast. My name is Kay. I'm known as No Tracers, and as you can see, I am currently in a bando. This is how I originally wanted No Tracers to be. I wanted to do in-person interviews with other explorers, but because I started this during COVID, we didn't really know what the parameters of exploring or any of that was, so just started doing it online so that I could reach the most amount of people possible and connect with the most amount of explorers that I possibly could as well. But today, that changes. Today I'm doing the first in-person interview with LucyL0uu. If you want to check out her Instagram, down in the description. And if you're new to the show, hit the subscribe button. It comes out every Friday. We'd love for you guys to continue checking out this podcast. And if you have not listened to the previous episodes, please go check those out as well. If you want to support the podcast, there's a couple ways to do so. You can pick up some merchandise or one of my photography books, or there's a bunch of Amazon affiliate links to Urbex gear that I recommend down in the description. But let's go ahead and get into this. The audio is a little bit noisy just because we were so far from the camera, but it is what it is. It's the first one, which means it can only get better from here. So thank you guys. Enjoy this episode. What's up, guys? I am here with LucyL0uu. Tell everybody how long you've been exploring for.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm LucyL0uu. I've been exploring since about 2015.
So what got you into exploring in the first place? What made you catch the bug for abandonment?
So it's kind of a weird story. So I've always had like that curiosity, that everyone talks about. But what really got me hooked on it was I went exploring. I was about a freshman in high school. And my sister set me up with this dude. It was kind of like a date almost. And so we were going to hang out. And I was like, what do you want to do? And he's like, you ever heard of Urbex? And I was like, no. I Googled it real quick, figured it out. And so all day we spent it exploring, and ever since I've just kind of been hooked. From there, I found different little crews and friends to explore with, and it's kind of an addiction now.
Yeah, I feel that. So what was that first, where'd you guys go like that day when you went exploring for the first time?
So the first spot he brought me to was, I'll just go ahead and give out the name because it's pretty blown out. It was St. Mark's Church. And when we went, it was clean, no graffiti or anything, and it's just crazy. I've been going back year after year, just seeing the decay and kind of getting like a time lapse of photos. So we went there. There was a school attached to it. We went to a factory, and then we also went to a hospital as well. That's since been demoed. So we kind of hit a lot. We went hard from the start, so it's kind of set the bar high.
That's dope. Has anything ever made you want to like stop exploring? Like, have you ever had like an incident where you were like, I gotta kind of take a sec before I like go back and do this? Or
not stop exploring, but definitely like lay low, kind of know your limits a little bit, know when you're going too hard, you're pushing your luck a little bit, and just kind of not sit on the bench, but don't do anything too crazy for a while, and trust your instincts for sure.
For sure. And where do you draw the line on risk? Like, how far are you willing to go to like get into a building? Like, are there any types of buildings that you like don't do?
Not really, no.
Everything's fair game?
Pretty much,
all
yeah.
Right.
As long as it's not active, it's definitely abandoned. I really am big on trusting that gut instinct. If your gut is telling you, don't do it, something bad's gonna happen, you gotta listen to it, because otherwise you might push it too far and, get yourself kind of in a bad situation.
A little caught up,
yeah.
So what has social media done for you as an explorer, as a photographer? Talk a little bit about the social media aspect of urban exploring.
Social media, it's such a catch. I'm really blessed because I've met a lot of my closest friends from social media. And
what the fuck are they doing?
I don't know.
We are in a bando right now, but if it's not obvious, we're clearly in a bando. But
So yeah, I've met a lot of my closest friends through social media. It's been a really cool way to network and meet people from other cities. And whenever people come to my city, you know, that's really cool. But at the same time, it's definitely hard to keep things a secret. Everyone wants to be, you know, the first to post, the first to share something. Some people make it a big competition, and that's really not what it should be about. You should be doing it for yourself, not for the whole world. Granted, it's great to share your art with the world and have a platform for other people to see this cool stuff, especially people that don't explore. You know, they see what we do and they're like, some people are, I could never do that. And so it's really cool to reach out to those people.
Yeah. And do you have any, speaking of like social media and the Urbex community, do you have any Urbex pet peeves?
Hitting the spot and posting it the same day, definitely, you know, it's, yeah, I'm just not about it. Some people do it. It's just definitely not my cup of tea.
Sure.
Again, it's the whole doing it for yourself, not doing it to show off. Oh, I hit this spot. Look at me, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, that's kind of a pet peeve. Name dropping too, especially if it's, you know, a spot that's not very well known, because then it ends up, yeah, covered in grass, broken shit, just kind of getting blown up, as they say.
Speaking of graffiti, what are your thoughts and feelings about it as it pertains to urban exploring? Obviously, it's the weekend of Paint Louis right now, so it's
definitely
kind of a graffiti meetup. But what are your thoughts about, you know, graphing bandos?
I have a lot of friends that do graph, and sometimes it actually, I feel like it makes a picture really sick because it kind of gives you a way to work the camera, something to focus on, something to center your shot around. But then other times it's just people throwing up their names, people who don't actually write, acting like they can write, you know, dicks on great pieces of people who are no longer alive, and it kind of sucks sometimes.
Do you have any good luck charms or superstitions about going into bandos, or do you bring anything with you?
Not really. I mean, my camera, of course. I do have kind of like a weird superstition. I collect angels a lot of times if I find them at different bandos, especially churches. Even if they're pretty busted up, I just feel like there's like a weird kind of, I guess they say, angel energy to it. So it's almost like you're kind of rescuing it. And yeah, I love having them on display in my bathroom.
That's a great place for them, I feel.
Yeah.
The bathroom.
They fit pretty good.
Amazing. So if you could live in one abandoned building that you've explored for an entire week, which one would it be?
That's a tough one, a whole week. Probably like a big prison of some sort. I've been to a few, and you know, I feel like you usually have a time crunch on those because it's a prison. So generally it's a little more of a hot spot because they have security and whatnot. So to be there a whole week and actually have time to really check every corner, pull every door, see everything, and really document it would be kind of cool. And I wouldn't want to spend a week in an active prison, so I feel like it's, you know.
Yeah, I feel that. So where can people find you online if they want to see your photography?
It is LucyL0uu. I really just have Instagram. That's my main platform. Just LucyL0uu.
Cool. That's it. We did it.
Big.
The first No Tracers live in a bando in person. Thank you guys for checking out this podcast. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe. And it comes out every Friday. And if you also want to pick up one of my photography books or any of the great photography books that I recommend, down in the description. I'll talk to you guys next Friday. Stay strong, keep enduring, go out, go explore something, and remember, leave no trace.